And if that's not enough, the breakneck list of potential side effects should have you reaching for the heart pills in no time.
People taking MAOIs or thyroidazine or who have uncontrolled glaucoma should not take Cymbalta. Tell your doctor if your depression worsens or you have thoughts of suicide.
With all this panic juice sloshing around the screens, you'd expect the Americans to be permanently jumpy and neurotic. But weirdly, the exact opposite seems to be true. Yes, it's a cliche, but it's true. One of the first things you notice about Americans is how laid back and friendly they are. All right, you big American fucker.
Here I am.
Check this lot out, for example. Yes, even on doomy, jackbooted Fox News, the presenters chum it up like nobody's business.
Just a little bit, Tiki. Come on, please.
And that's when the terror alert's elevated. When it's neutral, they sit around in their pants playing Kaplunk. When our newsreaders try to relax, they just look awkward, like they've accidentally shat themselves and don't want to let on. So how do they do it? Leaping from unbridled fear 1 minute to unbuttoned how's-it-hangingness the next. How do the Americans retain their sanity? I don't f***ing know. Go and ask a sociologist. Go on, go and phone one up. British TV may be drowning in F-words and innuendo, but surely that's preferable to the shameless ghoulishness of much of American television. Take this delightful slice of primetime fare, NBC's To Catch a Predator.
They drive up to our door, then they're dragged into court. Can online predators be taken off the streets? Tonight, in To Catch a Predator.
Yes, it's a hidden camera investigation with delicious overtones of entrapment, in which a bunch of crusaders from an outfit with the apparently unironic title Perverted Justice pose as underage teens in internet chat rooms. They make contact with sweaty palmed men.
Not believe that I'm actually thinking about blanking your blank.
Then they reel them into a house filled with cameras and the news media's answer to Jeremy Beadle.
But instead of being greeted by a child, he meets me.
Did you have a hard time finding the place?
Not at all. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. What can I do for you?
Like most of the men who come in the door, this man agrees to talk. He may think I'm a cop. At first, I don't tell him who I am.
Most of the fun, and okay, it's a news programme, but come on, it's definitely entertainment. Most of the fun comes from watching the men's bewildered expressions the moment Captain Righteous steps into the room. That's nothing compared with what happens when he starts reading the transcripts of their web conversations out loud and the feeble excuses start flying.
You ask her if she's horny.
What's wrong with that?
You ask if she does anal.
It's a question.
I was actually just going to stop by here to let her know that I wasn't going to be here because I have to go meet with other people.
Wait a minute. You came by here to tell her that you weren't going to come here.
Thing is, there's a definite air of leering curiosity going on here. The host's like a morally outraged Victorian gentleman who's a bit too interested in uncovering the precise level of depravity involved.
Have you ever asked somebody to blank you off? You talk about...
Oh, I won't deny that there was
You talk about penis size here.
I mean, those are normal chat things on...
It's normal chat things with a 14-year-old boy. Ask him if he's horny. And then say, I wish you were not so far away. What conclusion can I draw from this?
Yeah, what conclusion?
And despite the subject matter, I have little doubt that the whole thing's being surreptitiously played for laughs. In fact, you half expect to see them popping up in a little inset box in the corner, laughing about it all with the host in the studio afterwards.
I gotta finish getting changed, okay?
Huh? Actually, he is quite funny because he looks like a little Fonz.
It takes him a second to get on the stool because he's under 5 feet tall.
You say, then I'm big. She says, really? Yeah, how? Then you give the dimension of your penis.
Oh, did I really say that? Sometimes they might as well whack on a laugh track and some comedy sound effects and have done with it.
Did you bring anything with you tonight?
Such as?
Condoms?
Yes, I did.
How are you going to use the condoms in the
I wasn't going to use them at all.
You got them in your pocket.
Well, yeah, I do.
You gonna do balloon tricks with them? Or?
No.
I don't want to be on the news, dog.
Well, it's a little late for that, dog. Now, if there's anything else you want to tell me...
He quickly comes up with a disguise.
Sometimes just watching them turn up isn't funny enough, so the programme really f***s with them, encouraging this guy to strip off before entering their house in a sick version of Trigger Happy.
You want to explain yourself?
Right, if you're going to play this for chuckles, you might as well go the whole hog, yeah? Have the presenter walk out dressed as an 8-year-old girl. Now that would be funny. The potential predators aren't just there as stooges for a hidden camera fun fest. This is justice in action, so the moment they step outside, Chewbacca attacks them.
Please take me out!
Yes, the police are cooperating with the show every step of the way. In fact, they even make it legally possible for the show to work at all.
Get on the ground! In Ohio, in order for prosecutors to file the most serious charges, a police officer needs to be involved in the online chat or phone conversation. Since, in this case, perverted justice members are the decoys, the Sheriff's Department temporarily deputized the PJ volunteers who were in our house.
Next week, perverted justice are granted temporary hangman's rights, and the fun really begins. Even when the men are tossed in the back of the cop car, the laughs keep coming, because the cameras are still on hand to record every sorry detail of what happens next.
When the detective takes off the handcuffs so the man can sign his statement, he grabs the pen and makes a half-hearted attempt to stab himself.
Put your hand behind your back.
You better behave, right?
Was it a threat?
It's hard to imagine a show like this being broadcast in the UK at all. OK, an extreme edition of Tonight with Trevor McDonald might get close, but not really. But the truly shocking thing about To Catch a Predator is this. That went out at 8 p.m. on a Sunday evening. It seems hardcore crime shows like To Catch a Predator or the violently disturbing Cops are par for the course in America. So what will the focus group make of our approach to real-life crime in shows like the ludicrously mundane Rail Cops?
Excuse me. The conductor guard has just asked me to have you removed from the train, right? What you've just done, you've just been prizing the doors open, right, and that could cause damage to the train. Now want you off it. And I could now, if I really, really wanted to, have you removed from this station.
The fan leaves with a reprimand and has to catch a later train.
You watch Cops because they show stuff that you wouldn't normally see on the Metro. That's the kind of stuff you'd see on a daily basis riding the Metro.
So it's a bit mundane.
How would that differ from the portrayal of the police you'd see on TV over
our
here?
Cops are hardcore. They like wrestle people to the ground, and there's shootings and, you know, crazy people running on LSD and stuff. So that was really boring as far as a cop show, like a reality cop show. Ours are much more excited.
I have actually got another bit of real cop action, but it's possibly even more mundane than that.
Is that an assault? Did your wife put kebab stained hand on you?
It actually caught me with a nail then.
In the car as we were driving past. I think it was a case of grabbing in a you know, messing about way.
That was just a little bit more action. That's about as active as they get.
Okay,
yeah, sorry.
This was more like being punked to me. Like, is that real? They're still doing that for the camera. I don't think he would be that calm on a regular day.
Well, he was...
Should be assault.
In LA.
Sorry,
They'd shoot you if you grabbed a cop in the face like that.
Stiff upper lip.
Like,
yes.
the police weren't even that excited.
Well, they can't. They haven't got guns they can reach for and stuff. You see?
They don't have guns?
There's no guns.
No.
Right, I forgot about Whoa! You have serial killers, though, right?
We've had some pretty impressive serial killers, but yes.
It seems there's a greater sense of satire, even with the Rail Cop show. I was just trying to think when I've watched our version of Cops. Yeah, I don't think you ever see a police officer being depicted in a bad way. You know what I mean? It's never sent up. It's always people are bad, and this is what cops gotta do. You know, you don't. And in this, you got the Rail Cop being kind of a prick. You know.